Covid-19, also known as the novel coronavirus, is a respiratory illness that attacks the lungs and airways and will likely infect millions before it's contained. But what is it actually like to have the disease, and what symptoms can you expect to experience? First, for the initial week or two of infection, you may not display any symptoms at all, and some people will actually remain asymptomatic, meaning they display no actual symptoms throughout the course of their infection. If you happen to fall within this category, you're at the least risk of developing the more severe form of the disease or undergoing serious health complications. However, being asymptomatic actually puts you at a far greater risk of infecting others through a lack of caution. This is why, even if you think you're not infected, it's vital to maintain good hygiene and social distancing. While many people who contract COVID-19 will display symptoms, a large chunk of those will only experience a mild cold or flu-like virus. According to data sets from China, around 80.9% of their cases were mild. If you fall into this category, and statistically if you do, then you're likely to be relatively young and healthy with little to no chronic underlying health conditions. Then you're most likely to have a fever and a severe cough. It definitely won't feel good, but you won't be under any serious threat of death from what you're experiencing. And in a lot of cases, the disease will run its course within a 3-week period with only around 5 to 7 days of symptoms before recovery. If you find yourself in this position, the generally accepted advice is to contact your doctor, remain isolated, maintain good hygiene, eat healthy, stay hydrated, and treat issues like pain symptomatically with over-the-counter medication. According to data gathered from the Chinese outbreak, that appears to have remained consistent for the world at large, around 13.8% of the cases led to severe health issues. These cases are likely to be in people older than 50, who already suffer from health conditions like respiratory issues, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, and cardiac illnesses. However, there have been cases of both young people and people without underlying health issues experiencing severe symptoms. Initially, people who experienced a more severe case of COVID-19 had the same symptoms as the mild cases: high fever, coughing, shortness of breath, chest pains, breathing difficulties, and in some cases, headaches and digestive issues. However, the key difference between mild and severe cases is that the severe ones are more likely to develop into a more serious infection of the lungs, the most common being pneumonia, which is a dangerous form of lung tissue inflammation. The tiny tubes that connect the lungs to your trachea become inflamed and swell, causing severe breathing difficulties in sufferers. If you've been suffering from COVID-19 and the symptoms actually appear to worsen after 5 to 7 days of experiencing them, watch out for the telltale signs of pneumonia. These include rapid heartbeat, sweating and shivering, loss of appetite, chest pain, fatigue, joint pain, and coughing up bloody phlegm. If you believe you have pneumonia, do not hesitate to contact a healthcare professional and get yourself to a hospital immediately. Pneumonia is a severe and life-threatening ailment and must be treated as quickly as possible to ensure best results. To avoid developing pneumonia from a case of COVID-19, prevention is more effective than treatment. Maintain social distance and good hygiene. Eat well, remain hydrated, and take extra precautions if you're in one of the high-risk groups. Finally, according to the data, around 4.7% of the cases of COVID-19 develop into critically dangerous illnesses for the sufferers. While these cases are relatively rare, there's no reason to be any less cautious. People with critical conditions are the most likely to die from the illness. Death can occur from untreated pneumonia, severe acute respiratory disease, and even kidney failure. While, like the severe symptoms, this is most common for people in the highest risk group.